Hey my witches, I'm back with Tag Tuesday. Tuesdays I'm gonna be kind of like a free-for-all if I want to do like tag videos, no particular theme. That's what my Tuesday videos are gonna be. So I decided to go with the tag that Kelly Bear started on her channel, which is about she started with which 5 tarot decks would you take on a long trip or for the rest of your life, and then people also did like 5 oracle decks. So I did the tarot one and now I'm gonna do the oracle decks, which was actually way harder for me than the tarot decks because there's all sorts of different kinds of tarot decks, and I found it helped for me to think about the different kinds I had. Like, you know, there's God and Goddess decks, there's angel decks, there's fairy decks, there's like animal and plant decks, there's all sorts of decks. And so I had to kind of narrow it down, and there were some where I was like, it was very painful for me to take them off the list. But I went down to these 5, and this is the 5 for now. It may change, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. I like to use these once a month, and I do like a chakra reading where I look at my chakras and what needs to be balanced. Now, the pictures on these I don't find to be like the prettiest as far as artwork, but this deck reads so well and pinpoints so much what issues you have that you need to work on, that I think this is a deck I couldn't dispense without. So I really like the back and I really like the colors. The pictures at the front, you know, like I said, not terribly keen on the artwork, but the issues that this brings up and the book that goes with it is pretty amazing. I have like the guidebook's really good, and there's also a book that she wrote as well about working through all these issues and the different chakras, and it's a really, really good book. So I would recommend this one if you're looking for something for kind of like shadow work or for working through, you know, issues and knowing with, you know, sort of personal self-growth, I would say. And the second deck is one I've had for ages and ages, had it for years and years, and it's the Froud Fairy Oracle. This is my favorite fairy deck, and I think it's the deck that most closely approximates to me what I feel fairy energy is like. So this artwork, of course, is stunning, and I find that these fairies don't pull any punches. They kind of give it to you like it is, and you never know what's going to come up. I find them really, really whimsical at the same time too, very sort of mysterious, and I love their messages, and the artwork, of course, is beautiful. So that's my favorite fairy deck. Now, for God and Goddess decks, I actually picked 2, but I think you could put them together into one super deck, and that is Goddess and Sirens and Gods and Titans, by Stacey DeMarco, and artwork by Jimmy Manton. So pretty amazing deck. I feel like putting these 2 decks together would give you like an amazing sort of male-female balance of energy, both gods and goddesses. And you know, the artwork is very superhero-ish, but that's okay. It still reads really well. I love that it has, you know, gods and goddesses across all sorts of cultures. It's not just Western. There's Thor. There's superhero there. There's Kira Nunes. So I really love it. I kind of wish the backs were the same. That's the back of the Gods deck. And the Goddess one, if you haven't seen it before, it's got like a gold background. Shaking it out. Okay. So that's the back of the Goddess one, and there you go. There's Hecate, however you want to pronounce it. Nemanja. But they all look like very superhero-y type body forms, but that's okay. So not all the artwork is the way I particularly picture the gods or goddesses, but that's a personal thing, so it's all good. But I do love these decks for their meanings, for sure. And if I had to pick, like, they said you gotta get rid of any of your other god and goddess decks, I would pick these 2 and put them together into a super deck. The next one I have is the one that I've been using for my daily draws this year, and that's the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. I love this deck. The colors are beautiful, and it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for here? It is a very truthful, honest deck. I pull it one at the beginning every day just to see what themes to work on for the day. And I find that it's actually, you know, it's very helpful. It gives you great wisdom. And I love that the book has, you know, there's a right side up and upside down meaning, but there's also like a relationship meaning, a prosperity meaning. So depending on what issues you have during the day, it can really help you hone in and focus on them. And the artwork is really lovely. And I don't usually go for this kind of computery type artwork, but it really works. It really works in this one. So this is one that, you know, as far as, you know, my daily draw type decks, that I'm really, really enjoying. Now, coming up with a 5th deck is hard, but I kind of tried to think about like animal and plant type decks or crystal type decks. And I had to go with, I'm just going to pull it out here. Where is it? It's here. This I've also had for years and years, and it's the Druid Animal Oracle. So that's what it looks like there. That's the back. I don't have the box anymore, but I just, again, I keep saying I love the artwork, but I love the artwork. And I really like it. These are all like sacred sort of Celtic type animals, and as you know, my practice is largely a Celtic one, not purely, but largely. And so these are all animals that I connect with. They, you know, live in North America, live in Canada here, and so they're ones that I see, you know, out in the wild, and so there's a connection with, not swans. We don't have swans, at least not around here, but we do have them, you know, in the zoo or at the park or whatever. So other than that though, they're pretty much all here. So it's ones that kind of, I feel like, resonate with the land that I live in. And I really just feel like as far as nature decks go, like animal and plant decks, this is one that I really, really resonate with and wouldn't want to do without. So these are the decks for now that I would say is my favorite. There's so many though, honorable mentions, like the Messenger Oracle I love. I recently got the Aradia deck, and I'm loving working with that, even though it's just been a little while. There's also the Fairy Force deck that came out recently, and the Mermaid one. There's so many great Oracle decks. This was like super duper hard. But let me know what you think of these decks, and if you have a video with your top 5 Oracle, let me know. Put like it in the links below, and I would love to see them. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.